Hello everyone, this is Catherine Donovan. Today I decided to do a bit of a crossover story. Something different from Phenomenon Serendipity. I know you guys hear too much of that stuff. So, I decided to make your fantasies come true. I decided to do one on Devil May Cry meets Bayonetta. And this is how the story goes in my head. I did not get this from a different fanfic. I just made this whole thing up. So, bear with me. Keep in mind, this is a totally different story. On that note, let's get started. Dark as it was at night. 3 figures were making their way towards a church. White, blonde hair. Well, it was pretty white, but this guy was no old man. Wearing something of a red coat that shows his washboard abs, black pants and boots. Slinging over his back was a huge sword. Beside him was a blonde woman who had an ample bosom while wearing a corset, wearing matching pants and high heels. Her other partner was short black hair with glasses, a bit of a button-down white shirt, and a skirt. The white hair was known as Dante. Blonde girl was known as Lady, and the dark-haired one was Trish. So, this is the place, huh? Dante asked. Yes, this is exactly it, Lady remarked. This is where they called in for this job. This is where we need to start. Alright then, Dante said. Let's get a move on. So they enter inside the church. There they were on a balcony exterior high above from the pews. Dante searched his eyes around. I don't see anything, he remarked. Just keep your guard up, will you? Trish said. Now, you two. Oh man, I did not come here for a haunting in a church. You know, whoever this person is sure causing up a storm. Dark demons are coming? Jeez. Who knows? Just then, they felt someone enter the room. However, Dante could smell someone's fragrance from down below. He sniffed the air. Ooh, somebody's got a really nice scent to them. Don't know what perfume they're wearing, but man, it smells delicious, he said. In walked a young-looking nun. She was tall. She wore dark-rimmed, beautiful-looking glasses. However, she wore in white. She was certain to either be a saint or a mother, or perhaps a nun, but who knows? She came before in front of the altar. She got on her knees, placed her hands together, her fingers entwined, as she began to recite a prayer. Dante tried to stretch his neck a bit, while his hand was right over his eyes, trying his best to see who it was. Can't really see. Can't tell if she's a beauty or not. As soon as she stopped murmuring, all of a sudden, Dante, Lady, and Trish began to hear something of an organ playing Lady and Trish noticed someone back towards them as they were playing the organ. What the heck? That's when there was a glowing light and angels were coming down, but these were no ordinary angels. These types of angels were vicious. They went after the guy playing the organ. However, the guy interrupted them with a good hard jerk towards them. They began to choke these angels, while the other angels went after the woman in white. They tore and ripped at her clothing, but she didn't even flinch. She stood above them confidently, and she said with that sexy British accent, "Naughty, naughty, just look at what you did to my outfit." All of a sudden, she stripped off her white gown. Dante's eyes widened. Whoa, I don't think she's a nun at all. What in the world? Trish said. What is the meaning of this? Lady said. Don't interrupt a man who's playing his music. Besides, I heard you're not the real type to be wandering these places. Dante looked back at the woman that stripped off her white clothing. Only now, as soon as she did that, black appeared on her body. Dante couldn't believe it. What? The woman had dark rimmed glasses, and she was no longer wearing white. Her hair was short, but somehow her clothing looked like it was made out of her own silky hair. Then she looked over at the guy. He was a black man who wears shades. He looked pretty scary, but he meant business. You put on quite a performance, Rodid. So, is the new weapon ready? Yeah, like it or not, it's ready when you are, Bayonetta, the guy said. Oh, this is going to be quite fun. So he handed them the guns, and all of a sudden, Bayonetta noticed something was sticking right into the weapons. She pulled it out and placed it in her mouth. Then she let out a mmm. Then she got her guns ready and said, "Come and get me if you can." So she managed to fight these angels with her guns. And she wasn't holding back. Dante was shocked by this. Damn, I never knew I would meet a chick like this. Things are really getting more exciting. It's just like you trying to pick the ladies, Dante, Lady said. All of a sudden, one of the angels tried to attack Bayonetta, but the dark witch managed to kick one of the angels right out the window of the church. All of a sudden, Bayonetta looked down to see the angel was crashed down to a car. Dante let out a groan. Oh shit, my car! He exclaimed. Damn it! It's not even paid off yet. Oh, stop it. If we get this job done, we'll get paid. You're right. Do you know how long I've spent trying to get this car ready? Come on, lady. You could have at least have a little bit of decency. Oh, decency? You seem to be the type to be very superficial. Oh, me? Superficial? Damn, you are one hottie. Oh, a hottie, am I? I believe we're getting on to the wrong terms of things. Dante just shrugged. Well, the ladies call me Dante. Who are you? Bayonetta, if you will. Just then, by something, demons began to attack Bayonetta and Dante. However, together the two of them managed to fight back. It was hard to believe that two of these demon and angel hunters, both respectively, were taking down these monsters. Lady and Trish watched in awe, totally speechless. The dark man, Rodin, put his hands on each of the lady's shoulders and said,
"Never mess with Bayonetta. She knows what she's doing. By the way, ladies, I'm Rodin,"
he said. Well, this is going to sound ironic. I'm Lady, and this is Trish. Trish was very charmed. Pleasure to meet you, Rodin. I guess you're not that bad.
Watch and learn, girls. You might learn something from her.
Dante was back to back with Bayonetta. He had to say,
"You know, babe," or better yet, Bayonetta, "I have to say, you quite know how to work your style."
"Oh, I could say the same to you. You know, if you are greatly a good boy and shut up for a while, perhaps you'll be greatly awarded with some sort of night of passion, perhaps." Dante just let out a wolf whistle. He grinned.
"Oh, I like that."
So they worked hard together, and as soon as the job was done, the sun was beginning to rise. Rodin clapped his hands as smoke came out, and he blew the smoke up in the air towards the beautiful sky, and he said,
"Beautiful."
Once that battle was over, Bayonetta sighed and looked. Lady and Trish were confused, but they saw another woman with silvery blonde hair. Her hair was long, but some of it was parted up, just a bit like elegance. And she wore all red. Huh. So you started the fun without me. How unfair. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just having a little too much fun with my friend. I believe we have to converse. We shall, and I believe all of us needs to know that there is something at hand. I receive word on our next task. Lady was curious. Care to tell me who she is? Her name is John. Don't mind her. She's a good friend of mine. Yes, long-time friend. I am Jean. It is a pleasure to meet you. But like I said, let us converse somewhere more private. Dante smiled.
"You know, I just got the perfect place."
Want to see more? Stay tuned. See you guys next time.